This show has been made possible with the continued support of the Iguana Affiliates, your partner program to make money.
Man. Howdy, all my iGaming friends. It's another warm, sunny day up here in the Pacific Northwest as August rushes headlong towards September. And August up here means the blackberries are in. Look at the size of this sucker. That's a pretty good berry. Oh man. So worth the wait. And as I enjoy the warm, sunny day, I have to remind myself that fall is just a couple months away with all the rain and clouds and cold that will surely return. But just as the weather eventually changes, so too does our industry, as the numbers are in for the UK gambling business as a whole in June, and it's not good. In fact, almost every segment struggled, including retail, bookmakers, gambling machines, poker, and esports. Business as a whole fell nearly 14%, with only slot machines and online gambling putting up very modest gains. Now, the cynic in me wants to blame all of this on the UK government, their nanny state policies, and all the bullshit they've been pushing. But the realist in me, that guy that's been working in this industry for 20 plus years, well, he says it could just as likely be a combination of the usual summer slowdown and the economy being in the crapper. So, I will not say that all of this is the blame of the regulatory actions in the UK. But 888 sure as hell will. In fact, they have warned their shareholders of lower mid-year revenues, and they clearly lay the blame at the feet of tightening measures in the United Kingdom and the Netherlands. Not great news for a company whose shares were already down over 40% this year. But this really shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone, given that Flutter was blaming these new stricter laws, along with the government's crackdown on VIP schemes, for their revenue falling back in March of this year, saying then that the growth of the UK gambling industry had flatlined. How about that? So, are these falling revenues just a byproduct of a bad economy and summer travel? Or are we seeing the first real pains of the new nanny state regulations kicking in? Perhaps it's a combination.
At Bet365, we're always innovating, creating. It's this constant pursuit of perfection that brought you Bet Builder, live streaming, in-play betting, and Match Live. It's the reason we're the world's favourite online betting company. Please gamble responsibly.
Hey, welcome back. This week, I am very happy to welcome the Enchant Affiliates as a new APCW member. They have no negative carryover, no activity quota, and they offer CPA deals and revenue share, or a hybrid, with effective commissions up to 37.5%. Check out their program and their 3 casino brands when you visit their APCW review page, or simply visit them directly at enchant.affiliates.com. Also, the APCW just released another new interview that we recorded at the London Affiliate Conference. This time, we speak with Agni from Partners.io about their brands, their move into esports betting, and the markets they serve, including their expansion in Asia. You can find that video on the APCW website and our YouTube channel, as well as in the forums at GPWA. Lastly, I would be remiss if I did not at least mention that Entain has been fined a record £17 million by the UK Gambling Commission for social responsibility and anti-money laundering failures. But according to the Gambling with Lives charity, even that was not enough. When asked what would be enough, the charity suggested the chemical castration of Entain's CEO. I am, of course, making a joke that is not true. I had to make it up because the charity doesn't have a real answer. They don't know what would be enough. Similar to how the UK Gambling Commission has no real answer for where that £17 million will eventually end up. Ironically, Entain just won the 2022 Social Responsibility Award from our friends at SBC. But the reality here is that no matter what happens or who's to blame, the people and the government in the UK, for the most part, will ignore personal responsibilities. They will ignore all the self-exclusion services. They will ignore the plethora of new restrictions and regulations. They will ignore everything put in place to help protect players, simply in order to be able to point the finger at one individual, organization, or operator and say, that's where the blame is. Because that's human nature. Because the complexity of somebody, the 0.2% of folks in the UK with a real gambling problem, the complexities in those minds are so much more than any one person or organization or operator. We just need somebody to blame when things go wrong. My friends, God willing, I'll be back and we'll talk about whatever ails us again next week. But the realist in me says it's more likely a combination of the well, I knew I was going to screw it up. That's okay, because now I get to eat more berries.